The groups in the earlier days ran for 2 terms. Later, I cut it down to 1 term. All the time, I was attempting to build a system of observation, a way of understanding what was going on that would enable me either to intervene effectively, a kind of leadership, um, or, uh, or would enable me to produce a record of what had gone on that they could see. You know, it might be a video record. We tried video records and discussion of those for a long time. And uh, others were copious content reports of the kind a secretary might make about a board meeting or something. And lots of different ways. And over time, I computerized it so I could do still a better job. But the most important thing was learning how to classify the content of the values. That's what I got to. Uh, in the earlier days, I studied more the mechanics of the way people talked with each other, how often people agreed with each other and disagreed, and how much they talked, and who gave the suggestions and who asked the questions and things like that. And that's very important for learning the elements of how a system works. You know, it has a kind of round and round and round set of events, and I studied the regularities in those interaction mechanics for a long time, and I looked at it all from a psychoanalytic point of view, and I looked at it all from a sociological point of view, and every other way you can think of, trying to get leverage here on what is most important. Well, I finally determined, to my satisfaction, that the most important things to get at, for my purposes, which this was a kind of toy for arriving at tools for observation and feedback, which could be effective on a broader basis. I was interested from the first in its application in all kinds of groups, thought it would be very interesting or helpful in family therapy, for example, although it has never made much progress in family therapy. But the most important way of getting at what was going on and formulating it and thinking about it seemed to me to be values, the value system, the conflicting values that were bound to be there. So I said, well, what conflicting values are bound to be there, no matter what kind of a group you're getting at? And I worked at that in various ways. What I came out with sounded quite a lot like politics. It sounded quite a lot like political, economic, and social issues on a broad scale. Values deal with those issues. They are not only political issues or economic issues, they're the kinds of issues that any group has to face.